is late. But yeah, welcome
And
to
this
class.
will be my last lesson.
Okay,
Mm.
okay. Hopefully it's a good one to finish on.
Mm-hmm.
And so Abdullah, welcome to class as well. Abdullah, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Okay, nice. And Abdullah, what have you been up to today? What have you done today?
I no understand. I'm not understand.
Okay, I don't understand. I don't understand. So what have you done today? What have you done today? Or what did you do today?
Uh, I'm student.
Can you repeat that?
I'm student. Student.
Ah, I'm studying.
Yeah.
Um, okay. So you've been studying today? Good. And we would use the present perfect. I have been the present perfect progressive. I have been studying. Okay. Awesome. That's great. Okay, and so let's have Serena. What do you like to do in your free time? Serena, what do you do for fun?
Mm, I go to the park, which is right near my place, and do roller skating.
Okay. And so you roller skate. Cool.
Yeah,
Nice.
I just learned it recently.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you just learned how to roller skate recently?
Mm,
Nice. It's a lot of fun though. Roller skating is
yeah,
a great
and
thing to
during
do.
weekday I just work.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
And
nothing
so,
much. Working and eating,
right,
sleeping.
rollerblading, of course.
Yeah.
Cool. Sum, welcome to class. Sum, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you as well. So Sum, what have you done today? What did you do today?
Today, I had swum in the ocean by 2 p.m. and I then I went to a restaurant for my lunch. So I came back home and study with verbally.
Okay. Nice. That sounds like a pretty productive day. Hmm. Okay. Good. How? Yeah. And good. So let's go on. Let's get started with today's lesson. Um,
Swam. Swam.
Pardon? And so let's start with Mirza. Can you read the title and the next
Okay.
couple of lines?
Yeah, childhood. Today we will talk about children and childhood memories, conditional statements.
Yeah, really good pronunciation. And let's go. Mirza, can you read the title?
Yeah, vocabulary. Choose the correct word for the sentence.
Nice, good pronunciation of correct.
Thank you.
Laura, can you read the first sentence? Laura, are you there? Okay, let's have Abdullah. Abdullah, can you
Yeah.
try the first sentence?
Yeah. People say that children should be dash of their elders.
What the kinds of things people come up with, from their imagination. So
It
there,
looks like somebody's in another class, maybe. Um,
of
if you
course,
could
there are people who do
mute your microphone,
that kind of stuff too. So that's part of it.
maybe. Yeah, thanks, Serena. Okay, yeah, Abdullah. It's not quite. So What's another word that could work here? People say that children should be what of their elders?
People say that children should be uh, respectful.
Yeah, respectful. Good. Uh, Perfect. Really nice job. And Soom, what about the next sentence?
When your child is learning to ride a bike, uh, and helmet will keep him uh, safe.
Yeah, nice job. And the next one, Mirza.
Yeah. The story in the book was memorable.
Okay, memorable
Yep.
works.
And also we can use imaginary, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good. Nice job. Memorable or imaginary? And Mohammed, what about the next one? Mohammed, are you there?
Who is Muhammad? Sir, Muhammad is not there. I think
Yeah.
Abdullah is there.
Mirza. So can you try this one, Mirza?
Okay. If he was more memorable, he would have taken the blame for the accident.
Hey, if he was more memorable, I don't think memorable is the right one there. What's
If
another
he,
word?
yeah, if he was more responsible,
Yeah, if he was more responsible.
yeah, if he was more responsible, he would have taken the blame for the accident.
Good. And Soom, can you try the last one?
Um, if there are clouds at the party, his birthday will be mm, will be uh, memorable.
Nice. And so one small point.
Oh,
We say memorable.
yeah.
The or is pretty
Oh,
silent. So
memorable,
memorable.
memorable,
Yeah,
memorable,
close. Memorable. Yeah. Nice. That was
memorable.
good. Perfect. Okay. And does anybody have any questions on this page?
What's the meaning of clouds?
What's the meaning of cloud?
Clown.
Clowns. Clowns.
Clowns. Oh.
Okay. Does anybody know what a clown is? What's a clown?
Some Joker type?
Yeah, it's like a joker.
Yeah,
Somebody who maybe paints their face
yeah,
and has colorful hair, and yeah, it's a clown. Um, so
yeah,
you can get a picture. So that's a clown.
yeah.
Um, but good. And any other questions?
No.
Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
was that a question or was that not a question? Okay. Okay, hopefully no question. So let's go here. And Mirza, can you
Yeah.
read the boy? And let's have Mohammed or Abdullah. Um,
Abdullah.
are you
Abdullah.
there? Yeah, sorry. Abdullah, can you read the tiger?
Yeah.
Okay. First one I will read. If you could wish for anything, what would it be?
Uh, a big sunny pile to be in.
A stupid field. You have got that now. Think big riches, power, free hand.
Pretend.
Pretend you could eat anything.
Actually, it's hard to arg, arg, argue
Argue.
argue with someone who looks so happy.
Good. Yeah. And that sounded great. Okay. So, Sum, what do you think about this comic? What do you think it means?
Mm, what's the meaning?
Yeah. Why is it funny? Or what's it mean?
Mm, I'm I'm very difficult to see the work because it's very small.
Okay. So let's try to make it bigger. So this is the first part. Can you see it now a little bit?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes. If you could wish
yeah.
for anything, what would it be? A big sunny field to be in, and then oh, a stupid field. You've got the allow think big, riches, power. Pretend you could have anything. Actually, it's hard to argue with someone who looks so happy.
Good. Okay.
Mm,
And so yeah, what's this mean? What's that mean, Sum?
yeah, what does mean? I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So it's a hard one. Mirso, what do you think?
Argue means?
No. What's the comic mean? What's the comic trying to say?
Well, I don't understand, sir. Which one? Which means?
So the entire thing. So if you could wish for anything, what would it be? A big sunny field to be in. A stupid field? You got that now. Think big. Riches, power. Pretend you could have anything. And then he says, well, actually it's hard to argue. It's hard to fight with someone who looks so happy. So what's the comic trying to say? Does
Comic.
anybody know?
Mm, like,
Any ideas?
Uh, this is Tiger and Baby. Uh, this baby is crying and Tiger is asleep.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's a basic interpretation of it, for sure. Ken, welcome to class. Ken, do you have any ideas about this comic? Do you have
Hello.
any ideas?
I think the uh this tiger is very optimistic and you know he has a kind of a very small usual dream, but this boy criticized you need to have a big dream, but he's still happy, so maybe such kind of feeling mismatch is a gag of this comic
Yeah,
line. Mhm.
okay. Yeah, so the idea of maybe being able to wish for what you already have and maybe you'll be happier. Um, Something like that. I think that's a good interpretation, Ken. Okay.
Yes, actually, so happy people that doesn't expect too big thing or something like that. Maybe this boy is stress cause stress because of
Yeah.
that's big dream maybe.
Yeah, I think that's good. Um, Perfect. No, I think that's good. And so let's ask Abdullah. Abdullah, if you
Yeah.
could have anything, or if you could wish for anything, what would it be?
Uh, I don't understand for you.
Yeah, okay. So the
If you
question,
could,
right? Yeah, if you could wish for anything, what would it be? So the same question the boy asks the tiger. What about you, Abdullah? What would you wish for?
you could wish for anything good. Yes.
So you could wish for riches or power, or you could have anything. What would you wish for?
Um,
Or maybe, Sum, what about you? What would you wish for, Sum?
I wish I would be a president. Hey, hello, hello.
Yeah, that's a great one. I would be a president. Good. Okay. So if I could wish for anything, I would wish to be a president. Good. Mirso, what about you?
Yeah.
If you could wish for anything, what would it be?
I if I have a wish, so I would be a richest businessman.
Good. That's awesome. I would be a rich businessman. What about you, Ken? What would you wish for?
Maybe I would wish for the peaceful life for everybody.
Sorry, Ken. So can you read the title and the form, Ken?
Okay. Zero conditional. When things are generally or always true. And should I read? Let-
Yeah.
Okay. If, when, unless plus present form plus present tense imperative.
Good. And imperative. Imperative.
Imperative.
Good. Okay. And so in this exercise, we'll use the verbs at the bottom of the page to fill in these sentences, which are matched by color. So present progressive in the second sentence, and the verbs are down here at the bottom of the page. And Abdullah, are you there?
yeah.
Okay. Can you try the first sentence?
Uh, well, if you dash a child go to the amusement park.
Okay. Close. It's a different verb. So choose a different verb.
Mm, if you if you if you Uh, yes, if you have
Yeah. You have a child?
yeah
You-
if you have a child, go to the amusement park.
Good. If you have a child, go to the amusement park. Awesome. Soom, can you try the second sentence?
Uh, when you are driving into the park, take the first exit on the highway.
Good. Nice job. Mirza, what about number 3?
Yeah. Unless you wait for the tickets, buy the tickets.
Unless you do what for the tickets?
Yeah. Unless you wait for the tickets, unless you waiting for
Close.
the unless you are waiting for the tickets, buy the tickets.
Almost. We use a different verb.
Unless you pay for the tickets, buy the tickets.
Yeah, and we use it in the present perfect.
Present perfect. So paying, unless you're paying for the tickets.
Close. So the present perfect
Unless
is the
you
verb
are,
to have. So it's to
unless
have plus the participle of the verb.
you have plus parts. Okay. Unless you have paid for the tickets,
Good. Yeah.
buy the tickets.
Yeah. And so unless you have paid is the same thing as saying if you have not paid.
Yeah.
So it's just the negative. Unless you have paid, if you have not. Okay.
Okay.
And so Ken, what about the next one?
Okay, if you have been waiting for more than an hour in line, complain to the manager.
Good. If you've been waiting for more than an hour in line, complain to the manager. Really good work. And so does anybody have any questions on this page?
I want to know the highway.
Ah, highway. Ooh,
Uh,
it's actually got an H in there too.
oh,
Highway. What's a highway? Does anybody know?
Is road.
It's a road? Yeah,
Yeah.
it is a road.
And
Um,
speed
yeah.
limit is faster than the usual road. That's a
yeah,
Okay,
highway.
yeah.
maybe you can drive 100 meters per hour.
I think when you go to the in country or second city, so you take the highway road. I think.
Yeah. It's just a road with a high speed limit.
Yeah.
So it's usually straight and yeah, good.
Smooth.
Yeah. And any other questions here? Any other questions on this page? Okay. Let's go to the next page then. And let's have Abdullah. Can you
Yeah.
read the title and the basic example?
Okay. Uh, First, conditional. To talk about future, future,
Future.
future, future. Yeah. Future. To talk about future events that are likely to happen. Basic
Good.
example. If we have a birthday party, our son will be placed.
Nice. Good work. Can you repeat pleased? Pleased.
Please, pleased.
Yeah, pleased. Good. And Sum, can you read the box?
The box, okay. The if clause can be used with different uh, present forms. Example, if I go, I will, with is feeling better. He will. If she hasn't heard the news, I'll tell her.
Good. Perfect. And Mirza, can you read the end, the last part?
Okay. Okay. The future clause can contain going to or the future perfect will have plus participle. Examples: if you buy a cake, I'm going to eat it all. If we don't plan a party, we will have been bad parents.
Nice. Good
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
Okay. And does anybody have any questions on this page?
E- Uh,
Uh, this first conditional is can be happen.
Excuse me?
The first conditional is can be happen.
Yeah, it's just something in the future that probably will happen. So the first conditional is usually something that could happen. Yeah. So, like, if you buy a cake, I know I'm gonna eat it all. And if we don't plan a party, we will have been bad parents. So if this thing happens, if this first clause happens, the second thing is almost certain. So it's like 90% certain. Um, any other questions here? Any other questions?
If I buy a cake, I will eat it all. Uh, is there the meaning difference or same meaning?
No, it's the same. I
Okay.
will eat it all. I'm going to eat it all.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Let's go on to the next page. And let's have Mirza. Can you read the title and the first line?
Okay. First conditional: planning a party dialogue. Husband, John's birthday is soon. We should throw a party for him.
Nice. And Ken, can you try the next line?
Okay. If if we throw a party for him, he would be happy.
Nice. Really good
I
job.
will be happy. Mhm.
Perfect. And Abdullah, can you read the next line?
Yeah. Uh, you are right. Uh, I mm, I bet he had been happier if it were a surprise party. Uh,
Good. And
may
Sum, can you, pardon?
yeah,
Okay, Sum, can you read the next one?
Uh, Maybe with each is growing uh is growing.
Okay, so the second part should be the present progressive of to go.
Oh, mm, with each is a surprise party.
Nice.
I will. Oh, I am
That
going.
works.
I'm going
Yeah,
to. I'm going
good.
to.
Okay, Sum, can you read that whole thing one more time?
Okay, maybe with each is a surprise party. I'm going to have to invite all his friends
Good. I'm going to have to invite all his friends. Nice job. And Mirza, what about the next sentence?
Okay. That might be a lot of work if even one friend tells him we 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 would we was going no present future perfect we was going a lot of time no
Close. So this is the future perfect. We will have been.
we will have been
But we need to use a different verb. So we're not using the verb to be, we're using the verb to waste.
we will have waste
Yeah,
we will have wasted a lot of time
good. Nice
if
job.
yeah that might be a lot of work if even one friend tells him we will have wasted a lot of time.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Ken, can you read the next two lines?
Okay, should we tell him? It might be easier to have a normal party. I think we should. The prize parties are too hard.
Nice, really good work. Okay, and let's go through this one more time. Sum, can you play the husband? And Mirza, can you play the wife?
Okay.
Oh, John's birthday is soon. We should throw a party for him.
If we throw a party for him, he will be happy.
You're right. I bet he would be happier with it were a surprise party.
If it is a surprise party, I'm going to have to invite all his friends.
That might be a lot of work with even one friend tells him we will have wasted a lot of time.
Should we tell him? It might be easier to have a normal party.
I think we should surprise parties are too hard.
Nice. Well done.
I have a question.
Yes.
I don't understand the meaning of that sentence. That might be a lot of work if even one friend tells him we will have wasted a lot of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if it's a surprise party, I'm going to have to invite all his friends. So the husband says inviting all his friends might be a lot of work.
Yeah.
So it might be difficult. It might be difficult. And then he adds, if even one friend tells him. So if even one friend tells about the surprise party,
Something wrong?
they will have wasted a lot of time. So they will have spent a lot of time trying to do something that didn't work. Does that
Okay.
make sense? So when
Okay.
you waste time, it's like you spend time kind of
Actually, that
uselessly.
meaning friends tells him some negative feelings. Is it is a negative feeling sentence, I think.
Yeah, if a friend
Yeah.
tells him,
If
he's not going to be
if
happy,
yeah, okay, I understand. I understand.
or the surprise will be ruined. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other questions here?
Okay.
Uh, I have a question about. You're right. I bet he would be happier with. That's in this sentence is second condition, right?
If it was, yeah, I bet he would be happier if it were a surprise. Yeah, yep.
But the second condition is imagine. It should not be happen, right?
Yeah, so it's just less certain. So when you're saying like I bet, so it's like an
Mm,
imagined thing or it's maybe a less certain thing. So whereas the first conditional, something that's
mm,
likely to happen. If you use the second conditional here, you're just being
yeah.
less certain that he would be happier. So he might be happier, or
Oh.
like there's a potential.
That's also have chance to happen.
But yeah, it also could happen. So it's just a little bit less certain. So sometimes the conditionals aren't necessarily set in stone. But yeah, that was a really good catch. Nice job.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, any other questions here?
Yes, we will have wasted a lot of time. Why the future perfect is necessary in this context?
Okay, so if even one friend tells, we will have wasted a lot of time. Um, so they're talking about themselves, like planning from the future. So
Mhm.
it's kind of difficult to explain. Maybe if this is a timeline. So they are in the present, which is there,
Mhm.
yeah.
and they're talking about themselves in the future after all the planning is there. And
Mhm.
then they're talking about themselves in the course of the planning.
Mhm.
So they're imagining themselves in the future looking back on this
Yeah.
long extended time.
Mm.
Mhm.
But
So
but in the future they have not a certain time. You see,
in the
the future
yeah,
that that's that is not a certain time in the future. So why we use the future perfect?
so
Maybe the certain times meaning uh maybe tomorrow by 10 o'clock. But in this sentence, they haven't certain times.
Yeah, but usually we we learn the future perfect like a sentence in a
Yeah,
by the time 2012
mm,
2020
yeah,
it will have it will have
a
happened,
time. Yeah,
such kind of sentence. But if I said if one even one friend tells him uh, we we will we will we waste a lot of time.
yeah.
It sounds kind of strange or wrong for native speakers.
yeah, it wouldn't sound right because you're talking about something over more of a period of time. So they're potentially going to spend a lot of time planning this party. Um, but after it's over, they will have wasted. That time will have been wasted. It just, I mean, I was trying to just because we can use the um, the future perfect in the second clause of this first conditional, and so I was trying to make it work. But in this case, we would have to use the future perfect. It'd sound a little bit strange with just the future,
I see.
because
The
it's over
future
more of a
perfect is proper for this in this sentence.
yeah.
I
Um,
see. Hmm.
um, yeah.
Kind of complicated, but yeah, that's a
Yeah,
native
so it's
experience.
because it's a longer period of time. So you could also say something like, if I go to college, I will have graduated, or nah, that's kind of
Hmm.
off too. Sorry, it's hard to think of these on the spot. In the point of the future, there are not a certain time. I'm not sure what you mean, Soom. Can you try to reword your question?
When I use the present perfect, the time is up to now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then in the future perfect, that's in the future point, that should be have certain time, right? So
Yeah.
how to go to the future? In which point?
I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I understand your question.
Oh, yeah.
How to go to the future?
Yeah, that means in the future perfect, you should the event from now to the future.
You went from now to the future.
future perfect is from now to the future.
Okay.
The,
Um,
the present perfect is from the past to now,
yeah.
and
Um,
the perfect is from now to the future.
so it's from the future to another future event. So
Oh,
because
future.
it's not now, because they're not wasting any time yet, but we
Oh,
will have wasted.
oh,
So they're looking, so if you think about this line
mm,
being the start of wasting time,
oh,
and maybe this line is the end of wasting time.
oh,
So they're looking, so if so I guess this is the parents. They're looking at their future selves having wasted time. So that it's not from now into the future, it's from one future event to another. Does that make a little bit of sense?
yes,
Okay.
but the last future. Uh, we know in when we don't know when the sentence that haven't mentioned when.
Yeah. Um, the sentence doesn't ever mention no, but it's just generally in the future. You're not sure of specific times. So in the chat box, if you look in the chat box, there's a
Oh,
really good website that talks about the future perfect. Um,
oh,
and so hopefully that should help you a lot. They have a couple good graphs, and it
oh.
explains a lot about it. So hopefully that'll be a good website. Yeah, sorry I couldn't explain that better. Um, hopefully
I
you guys kind of
I
yes.
have seen a question, seen a example. I'm not going to have finished this test by 3 o'clock.
Yeah, I will not have finished the test by 3 o'clock.
So they have a time mentioned, a certain time.
Yeah,
Is it?
you could definitely. The time mention is fine. It doesn't have to be ambiguous, but it can be.
Oh, oh, that's mean yeah.
Okay.
Uh, they
Yeah,
have
and
time mentioned. I
yeah,
mean that.
this this might sound better to say I will not finish the test by 3, so just
Yeah.
will not. But I won't have finished. It works as well. Just a little bit different.
Mm,
Um, okay. And so again, I think that that page is a good just like to look at the
yeah.
grammar of the future perfect. It's pretty simple. Um,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, but let's go on to the next page. Um, and let's go on. Let's try to learn about our new conditional. Let's talk about the second conditional. And Ken, can you read the title and the form?
Second conditional talking about impossible situations. And more?
Yeah, the form.
Okay. Form if plus past progressive could would might.
Nice. Good job. And Soom, can you read the examples?
Example. Okay. Example. With it were my birthday today, I would throw a party. With I were turning 21, I would go to the bar. We often use the subjunctive form where instead of was, but both would work.
Yeah.
No, noted. We often use the second condition to give advice. Example: if I were you, I would do my chores.
Yeah. Can you repeat chores? Chores.
Chores. Chores.
Yeah, chores.
Chores.
Close. There's no E sound. So it's
Oh,
just chores.
chore.
Yeah, chores. And then subjunctive.
Subjunctive. Oh,
Good.
subjunctive.
Subjunctive. Perfect. Okay. Yeah, so if I were, yeah, that's good. Does anybody have any questions on this page? Okay, so if there are no questions, let's go to the next page. And Mirza, can you read the title?
Okay, be creative in second conditional. Think about some impossible situations and tell about them.
Good. Mirza, can you try to make the first second conditional statement?
Okay, if if I if I were mm, if if I were in in the office, I will finish my work
If I were where I would finish my work?
in the office.
Okay, nice. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Ken, can you make another one?
Uh, i- if I was on the magic carpet, I would travel around the world.
Nice. Okay, good one. And Sum, can you make one as well?
If I were uh, a cartoon person, is it cartoon?
I'm not sure what you mean.
Cartoon. Uh, let me give me a second.
Okay. If I were a cartoon?
If I cartoon.
Yeah, it sounds
I
like
yeah. I would mm, I was uh flying uh in the sky.
okay. I would flying.
Fly in the sky.
Nice, good. Yeah, sky. Nice. If I were a cartoon, I would fly in the sky. Can you repeat cartoon one more time? Cartoon.
Uh, cartoon.
Good. If I were a cartoon, I
Uh,
would.
car to cartoon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And remember, we don't always have to use the verb to be here. So you could say, if I played professional soccer, I would have a lot of money. Or if I, you could even use were flying. If I were flying on a magic carpet, I would be so happy. Yeah, if I ruled England, I would do something. So again, you can choose other verbs here in the if clause. But yeah, all of you guys had great sentences. Does anybody have any questions on this page?
Uh, if I was, is there the nuance difference? If I was if I was more kind of sounds more intelligent or something.
If I were? Oh,
If I
using,
were and if I was,
okay,
what is the
yeah,
nuance difference?
it's, there's really no difference. It sounds a
Mhm.
little bit more formal to say if I were,
Okay.
um, like a little bit, maybe more, not educated.
I
I
see.
think
Mhm.
where is more common, but if I was, it's the same really. You don't have to use one or the other. So
Okay.
you can use the subjunctive were instead of was, but both work.
Mhm.
Okay. Any other questions here?
Can I use had Something like if I had money, so I would be able to make a business.
Yeah, if I had money, I'd be able to make a business. That would work. Yeah, like I
Yeah,
said, any verb
yeah.
works. If I played soccer, if I had money, if I ruled England, if I swam in the Olympics, yeah, any of them. But good. Let's go on to the next. Let's skip that. Let's go to the third conditional. Mirza, can you read the title and the form?
Third conditional impossible conditions. In the past, we can't change the past form if past perfect, would, could, might plus present perfect.
Good. And Ken, can you read the examples?
Okay. If I had worked harder at school, I would have gotten better grades. If we had had kids, we would have had to pay for college. Sometimes the if clause, no, that's not the example. Sorry.
That's okay. Um, yeah, and so Sum, can you go ahead and read the last two sentences?
Sometimes the if clause is implied, not spoken. Example, I would have done it if you had asked asked me.
Good. So that's perfect. That's really good. Um, does anybody have any questions about this? Okay. Okay, so let's go on to the next page. And let's have Sum, can you read the title and the role of the husband? Mirza, can you read the role of the wife?
Okay.
Dialogue. What would you have done? Well, that was a terrible party.
I know. What would you have changed?
Man, I think I would have played for professional clown. I wouldn't have hired our creep neighbor.
That would have been a good idea.
What would you have changed?
Well, I regret buying that disgusting cake. If I had time, I would have made the cake instead of bought it.
Well, if we do this again, we'll do it better.
We certainly will.
Uh,
Nice. That
in
sounded good, guys. Only a couple small things. Sum, can you repeat hired?
hired,
Hired, yeah, and creepy.
uh, Cupid,
Yeah, creepy. Good.
Cupid.
Any questions on this page?
No.
Regret means?
Regret? It's like
Yeah.
I wish when you wish you hadn't done something. So a regret is when you are in the future and you're looking back on something you did in the past and you wish you could change it. So regret is like mourning something that happened in the past. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. Any other questions?
Something bad thing, I think, no? Sorry?
Mirza, what was your question?
Yeah, it's regret means I think some bad thing which did in the past.
Yeah, so it's like looking back at a bad thing in the past and wishing it
Yeah.
hadn't happened.
Okay, okay. Yeah.
Okay. And Sum, did you have a question as well?
Um, I think it's creepy. Sometimes the Y is used the short the short E. Sometimes it's long E.
Okay. Oftentimes at the end of words, it is the long E. So when we
Oh,
think of like adverbs, like quietly,
oh,
silently, happily, most of
oh,
those ly, that's a long E sound.
oh,
Creepy, slimy. I think most times that you see the Y at the end of the word, it is a long E sound.
oh, long. Okay.
Um, so
Usually
creepy.
long E. Usually,
Yeah, at the end of the word. If it's at
yeah.
the end of the word, it's usually long E. So if you
Oh,
think of adverbs and yeah, creepy, slimy adjectives that
oh,
end in Y. Yeah. Okay.
okay.
Any other questions? Okay. And good. And so Mirza, can you ask Ken the first question?
Okay. What would the husband do differently if he could have changed the party?
Uh, he would have hired professional clown instead of creepy neighbors. A professional, yeah.
Yeah, instead of the creepy neighbor.
The creepy
There's just
neighbor.
one creepy neighbor.
Mhm.
But really good job. Um, yeah, really great answer. And unfortunately, we're just out of time. Does anybody have any last questions before we finish up class?
No, no question.
Okay. You guys did a great job today. This is kind of a difficult subject. Really good questions. Like I said, that website where you're looking at the future perfect might be really helpful if you still have questions. But again, really good job. Great questions. And hopefully I'll see you guys all again soon.
Okay, see
Thank you
you.
very
Bye bye.
much.
Okay, sir.
See
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Bye, guys.